miles west from the same meridian the Earth's north magnetic pole is on. That causes the north and south pole magnets to run in northeast and southwest direction. My location is too far away from the magnetic pole, so all my magnets are guided by the general stream of individual north and south pole magnets that are passing by. Now I will tell you what magnetic current is. Magnetic current is the same as electric current is a wrong expression. Really, it is not one current, they are two currents. One current is composed of north pole individual magnets in concentrated streams, and the other is composed of south pole individual magnets in concentrated streams, and they are running one stream against the other stream in whirling, screw-like fashion, and with high speed. One current alone, if it be north pole magnet current or south pole magnet current, it cannot run alone. To run one current will have to run against the other. Now, I will tell you how the currents are running when they come out of the car battery and what they can do. Now get the equipment. First put a wooden box on floor, open side up. Cut 2 notches in middle so you can put 1/8 of an inch thick and 18-inch long copper wire across the box. Put the wire, one end east, the other end west. Stay yourself west. Put car battery south side of the box, positive terminal east, negative terminal west. Get 2 flexible leads and 4 clips to fit the battery and the bare copper wire. Connect the east end of the copper wire with the positive terminal. Clip the west end of the copper wire of the west side flexible lead. Leave the connection with negative terminal open. Break 2 pieces of steel fishing line 1 inch long. Put each piece by middle across the copper wire, one on top of the copper wire and the other under. Hold with your fingers. Now touch the negative terminal with the loose clip. Hold until the copper wire gets hot. Take them off. Now you have 2 magnets. Hang them up by middle in fine thread. The upper magnet will hang the way it is now, but the one below will turn around. Break 5 inches long piece of the fishing line, put the middle of the wire across and on top of the copper wire, touch the battery, hold until the copper wire gets hot, dip the middle of the wire in iron filings, then you will see how long a magnet can be made with this equipment. Break or cut several pieces of the hard steel fishing wire as long as to go between the poles of the U-shaped magnet. Now hold 2 pieces of steel wire, ends up and down. One wire south side of the copper wire and the other north side. The lower ends just below the copper wire. Hold tight and touch the battery. Hold until the copper wire gets hot. Now hang them up by their upper end, just above the copper wire. Touch battery. The south side magnet will swing south and the north side magnet will swing north. Put 2 pieces on top of the copper wire. The ends just a little over the copper wire. Those ends lying on the copper wire, one pointing south and the other north, hold tight, touch the battery and hold until the copper wire gets hot. Take off, the one pointing south is south pole magnet and the one pointing north is north pole magnet. Put 1 wire on top of the copper, wire pointing south, other below pointing north. Magnetize, hang up by tail ends on the copper wire. Touch the battery, they both will swing south. Put 1 wire on top of the copper, wire pointing north, the other below pointing south. Magnetize, hang up by tail end above the copper wire. Touch the battery. Both magnets will swing north. Cut 6 pieces of fishing wire 1 inch long. Put them by middle, on top and across the copper wire. Hold tight, touch battery, hold until the copper wire gets hot, take off. Now put glass over the copper wire. Put those 6 pieces of magnets on glass, on top of the copper wire lengthways, just so the ends don't touch each other. Touch the battery. They will all turn across the copper wire. Now, pull 3 to south side and 3 to north side in the same way. They lie now about 1/2 of an inch away from the copper wire. Touch battery. They'll all jump on the copper wire. Now roll all 6 together, let loose, and you will see that they won't stay together. Magnetize one piece in U-shaped magnet, put North Pole end east on the copper wire and South Pole west. Touch the battery. The magnet will swing left. Now put South Pole east side and North Pole west side. This time the magnet will turn right. Take glass off. Take one piece of hard steel fishing wire, dip it in the iron filings, and see there is no magnet in it. This time, hold the wire up and down, the lower end on middle of the copper wire, and hold tight. Touch the battery and hold until the copper wire gets hot. Take it off. Dip the wire in iron filings and you will see there is no magnet. Why? To make magnets with currents from batteries and dynamos with a single wire, the metal will have to be put on the wire in such a way that the magnets which are coming out of the wire will be running in the metal starting from the middle of the metal and run to the end, and not just from end to middle and across as they did the last time. You have read that to make a south pole in a coil end that is pointing to you, you have to run positive electricity in the coil in a clockwise direction. I can tell you that the positive electricity has nothing to do with making a south pole magnet in the coil. Each pole, south or north, is made by their own magnets in the way they are running in the wire. This magnet making with a single wire, it illustrates how all magnets are made. In a car battery, the north pole magnets run out of the positive terminal and south pole magnets run out of the negative terminal. Both kinds of magnets are running, one kind of magnets against the other kind, and are running in the same right-hand screw fashion. By using the same whirling motion and running one kind of magnets against the other kind, they throw their own magnets from the wire in opposite directions. That is why if you put magnet metal across the copper wire, then one end is north pole and the other end south pole. Get 4 pieces of wire, size 16, 6 inches long, 2 copper and 2 soft iron. Bend one end of each wire back so the clips can hold it better. Use copper wire first. Put both wires in clips, connect with battery, have the wire ends square. Now put the loose ends together and pull them away. Then you will notice that something is holding you back. What is it? They are magnets. When you put the ends together, the north and south pole magnets are passing from one wire to the other, and in doing it, they pull the wire ends together. Now put the soft iron wire in the clips. Pull the loose ends together and pull them away. This time the passing magnets hold the wire ends together stronger. Put the ends together many times, then you will see which wire end gets red first, and which will make the bigger bubble in the end. And watch the little sparks coming out from the bubbles. Stretch the bubbles out while they are in liquid form, then you will see in the bubble there is something whirling around. Those little sparks you see coming out of the bubble, they are not the magnets, but the magnets are the ones which throw the sparks out of the bubbles. When all the magnets that are in the wire, if they cannot pass over to the other wire, they are expanding the bubble and running out of it and carrying the metal sparks with them. When the bubble is cool, break it up, then you will see the space left where the magnets are in. Get 2 pieces of lumber, 1 by 6 inches, a foot long. Nail them together so that one lies flat on floor and the other on top, the edges up and down. Cut a notch in the end of the upper piece, 4 inches deep and as high as to hold a piece of wood or brass that would hold needle points in ends, and have a hole in the middle to hold the 3-foot magnet. Balance the magnet good so it would stop on its right magnetic position. Now put the car battery south side, positive terminal east and negative terminal west. Connect the east end of the copper wire with positive terminal and connect the west end of copper wire with the west side lead. Hold the copper wire just above the magnet, 1/4 inch north of magnet's end, holding level and square,